Hey buds, welcome back to Metables and welcome to the next reaction of JOJO'S. Hi, how's it going? Check out this thing. Yeah, I combined all my intros because this is the current situation now that we're in. Okay, welcome to the next two-parter of JOJO'S, all right? I understand. I'm getting a lot of warnings that this is going to get a lot more confusing. And to be fair, the show's been relatively confusing, and I'm sure it's going to get worse than that. But hey, we've never been afraid of confusion before because most things confuse me anyway. So we're just here for a good time. Anyway, this is... Why is everything gold? I mean, to be fair, they're not wrong. Don't think we're blind to the beaten inmates and dead bodies you leave behind. I mean, you probably should have caught her a lot sooner if that was the case, if you do realize she has beaten the living shit out of some people, but, you probably do need a little bit of solitary. Excuse the fuck out of me. Who the hell do you think you are? Huh? Jobana? What? I would never thought I would have saw anything remotely close to that hairstyle ever again. Okay, never mind. I guess we should have assumed that. Why do I feel like I missed an episode? What the fuck did we just get hit with? I hope to God that is whatever's in the cup. Don't, please. Goddamn right. Oh. Okay. And I would at least like pick off, like, you know, the bugs were on the outside of it. I would like rip off or like rip open and then just eat the inside of the bread. I think that's what that would have been my go-to. Just shoving it down your throat like that is, I guess it's more of a mentality thing for sure. Again, you're a better person than me. I'm trying to decide on if Dio is just trying to manipulate him, which I feel like you would be, but like, we've never ever heard Dio talk about heaven. You know, so that's why I'm like, maybe, like, does he know that this guy's a religious dude and he's trying to like corrupt him because he sees his potential or some shit like that? Or like, is this what Dio actually believes in, you know? I feel like it could be just a little bit of both, to be honest. He could just, you know, maybe Dio's form of heaven is not what we think of heaven, but he's using that as a representation to talk to this person about religion. Because he did become a father, after all. Very interesting. That's what, dude. Charisma is so important. Especially when being a piece of shit. You know, if you can succeed by being an absolute asshole and kicking animals and just people hating you, but you can also have this, it's unreal. It is unreal, the skill ceiling of charisma. You know? Which, like, I think I have a little bit for sure, but I don't think I'd be able to convince people to do really bad stuff because I wouldn't feel it inherently. But like, if you believe what you believe and people resonate with that, it's strong. Sports Max? What the fuck?
Yeah! そういうのはダメだと思う。無理やりはいいことがない。他人から認められたいなら自分を変える。だろ?
That's a fucking bar right there. You should change yourself for the better before seeking the approval of others. Even though you do not need approval of others, you should be at your most accepting and your best before even considering any kind of relationship or friendship with other people. I mean, of course, you can work on that stuff with like friends and stuff like that, of course, all that shit, but like the value in understanding who you are is almost the most important thing in your life, in my opinion. So Work on that. If you're a little like unsure about that kind of situation, please. Oh my god, you will thank yourself in the end.
で、今までの逆をやってみようって思ったわけ。
Oh.
コーヒーの逆って？紅茶？そう。このエートロの体は。
Okay, Etro's body is craving coffee. The opposite of coffee? I don't think tea is the opposite. I think they're relatively the same. I don't think it's the opposite.
言ったじゃん。プランクトンで穴詰めただけだから、完全に治すのは自分の治癒力。
Oh god, I feel like that's been the case for the last few parts now. Is like the healing can work, or maybe just the last part, but it won't fully heal you. Like we will hold it together, you know, and so you gotta chill a little bit. Because in part 4, he was able to just heal people, right? You put it back together. It still would hurt, but like it's healed as long as he's fine. Part 5, it's like I can cover it. I can cover it. And Bruno ran with it, dude. He took death as far as he possibly fucking could.
6年前、あのグエスって女が言ってた通りだな。グロリア・コステロ。
Gloria Costello. Why does that last name sound so familiar? Did we meet Costello? Is that Hermes? Hermes' last name?
これがエルメスの姉さん。
Okay. It's I'm sorry. Sometimes they tell you stuff, sometimes they don't. Again, it's what we do here. All right, we pause, we process things, we think about it, and we're like, hey, actually, yes. Yes, I understand sometimes it can be annoying for some people, but it's what we do here. All right, we pause on the exact moment we want to talk about something, and we discuss it. We think it through, ideally correctly, but mostly incorrectly. But hey, sometimes we get misses, sometimes we get hits. It's the way we gamble.
あんたがつけ回しているあの男。つける？何のことだ？
Why are you lying?
とぼけるなよ。
Yeah.
奴の名はスポーツマン。
What does he have on it? Are they E's? Or are they supposed to be like commas? You know, because sometimes commas kind of look like that too, but they look also like little E's. Sportsmax. Why the fuck is your name Sportsmax?
そう。でも今日はあえて逆をやってみたわ。
That's right. That's right.
余計なお世話だ。女子館に戻りな。
It does concern. We're friends, and I love you, and I just want. I want to help you with things, you bitch. All right, Hermes, let me help you with your revenge murder. Okay.
仇は必ず私がこの手で。
I mean, you also have a stand now too, so you can get some real revenge. You could separate this dude's body in half and keep putting it together with a little sticky note. That would be crazy. Oh, she's cute though. Look at the cute. Oh.
エルメス。
Yeah.
今日から
姉貴ずらして私の生き方に口出しするな。エルメス。
Damn.
待ちなさい。
Interesting. What the fuck? Why was that there? Isn't that interesting? I mean, I guess Kiss could also exist in this world, right, as a band. But like the fact that like it was on the wall back then. Interesting. Huh. Well, just a little cute thing. What the fuck? Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do to that? That would... Oh my god, you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do. I just fucking would not, bro. That's... Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. What the... Am I allowed to show this? How much of this are you gonna show? I think we only had like maybe 1, maybe 2 censored scenes in the entire show. Out of no decision of my own. Some is censored, some is not. But that is... I mean, we also watched someone, again, bite off the face of a dog. I can't believe that's like the major thing that's happened in the show that I will never forget. It also went viral, so I guess that helps too, but still. That's
闇の中なんて覗くつもりもないし、危険を承知で警察に通報せざるを得なかったんだ。私を守るために。
To be fair, this dude did do this in the middle of the open and had technically 2 people see him do it. He is not a professional. That's crazy. I'm with all these girls, all right? This is my squad, okay? I mean, I know we're technically working with, like, a stand. Like, a conscious stand just feels weird to me. But I still support them. I just don't really know what their end game would be at this point, besides to help us a little bit, but, like, to set them free? Should they be free? I don't know. Are they dangerous? I feel like we can teach them to not be dangerous, but it's definitely an adjustment. You can't really live a normal life necessarily. Will they live forever? Or will the body still, like, you know, slowly, you know, die off, and then they would have to get a new body? But I also feel like the blanket can hold the body longer, yeah, at least another 100 years, right?
確実に知りたかったのはそのこと。グロリアがどんな思いをしたか。スポーツマックス、お前にしっかりと思い出させてやる。
Oh my god. Love it. Have we seen your stats before? I feel like we've had to have, but I don't remember it being all A's and 1C. Right? Did I never see? Because is that better than Star Platinum's line? Or is it like the same? Because that's fucking nuts. I do not remember Star Platinum, but like all A's is out of control. Holy shit.
誰だてめえはすぐに俺を外に出せ。
まだわからないのか。私が誰か。そう。
If he's not a stand user, he is absolutely fucked, right? But he has to be. There's no way he's not. But what else? Like, is that the best we could do to make this pipe close up? Because we probably should really close that shit up. Because he's gonna be in there for a few days, unless we like crush him first, which I feel like we should have done. You know, we should, you know, kind of like destroy his rib cage or something so he can't scream. I feel like I can't say this stuff out loud, but whatever. We're too far in at this point. We probably make it so he can't really make a sound without like making it worse for himself. So that would be my first guess.
一枚貼っておいた。
He doesn't know what that
多
means.
様にな。
Oh?
この棺桶の。これで閉じられた。
Yeah?
さあ叫び声を上げてみろ。
I'm surprised his fingers did not get cut. Because if you're holding that, if you're like this and you're holding that bitch open, you're like, I'm gonna look at you. You know what I mean? And if she closes that, these little thingies are gone. You know, which I mean would make you bleed out. So I mean that would work.
ネズミどもにだけだろうがな。貴様もドブの中だ。悲鳴を上げてみろ、スポーツマックス。
That's crazy.
闇の中から蘇りし者、リンプビズキット。
What the fuck? Those who rise from the darkest, Limp Bizkit. Rise and come with me. What are the fucking quotes in this show? You know, you try to say this anywhere else, and it just would not make any sense, and people would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Those who rise from the darkness, Limp Bizkit. Rise up and come with me. Could you imagine? Those who rise from the darkness, Linkin Park, help me. You know.
我と共に来た。闇と共に喜びを。
Is that your stand name?
リンプビズキッ
What the fuck was that? Okay, so that's the bird foot. Okay. So, does this have anything to do with the soul of the animal? Because it's a bird foot, he works with taxidermy, so it has to do with something with the bodies. You know, because obviously if your stand has anything to do with the soul of the animal or like controlling an invisible version, you would have to interact with it first, which is why taxidermy is involved. So he can control invisible and vulnerable animals potentially, which props for taxidermy. And like seems a little nuts, to be honest, right? Because invisible anything is crazy.
何かが来る。
Okay. That's All right, real quick. You grab that fucking fingy, stick that back on you, and get the hell out. The bird might be able to get him out of there, but we are versing a bird that just bit off your finger and poked 3 holes in your fucking face. We should have got the gals for this. You could probably handle it, but oh my god, that's a rough fucking start. Invisibility sucks.
まさかスポーツマックスが
No. Props to her for also doing the actual fighting too. You know what I mean? We don't see that often where like they both do the udas. It's usually just like you pose in the background, JoJo pose it, right? And then, but she's like, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of this bird too, which would be my vibe. I'm not gonna sit around. I'm gonna fucking reach for that bitch. Right now, Hermes, you need to, if you think you crushed it, you need to feel the ground and see if you can feel this thing. If it's on the ground and you feel it, we did it. Stomp it into oblivion. If you do not, we need to prep some stuff. First thing that comes to mind, anything we're dealing with invisibility, we need vision on, right? Easier said than done. It's invisible, right? But in these kind of circumstances, in all forms of media, invisibility is dealt with coating the area with some kind of steam, fog, liquid, sewage potentially. If we stab that bitch and it spews out, we can potentially see this goddamn bird. So that's what our next goal would be if it is not on the ground right now. But if we need to uda that into the basement of this bitch. Car. Okay, that would change things if you were able to control an invisible car. Alligator. Oh, fuck. Sis. No, there's no way that would work. You grab that pipe relatively high in the air, maybe 8, 9, 10 feet. Okay, whatever. I'll say 10 feet just to make a number. Okay, 10 feet. You're holding on. You're probably around my height, right? 5'8". You're holding on to that bitch. You're only a few feet off the ground, technically. Alligators can get. If you've seen an alligator or crocodile in real life, they can get some air, dude, even without the water. I'm fairly certain. They are muscle. I know they're very planky, but I'm telling you, 4 feet is fucking nothing. I'm certain that bitch would have got you.
てめえ破壊してパイプから出ようとエルメス何してる
I will say this every time I can. JoJo's always look out for their Joe bros. Every time they're like, I know they're freaking out right now. I'm gonna track her. I'm gonna fucking follow her. And they do, and they cut every time. I'm so proud of them. Oh my god, I love them.
そこだエルメスジョリーンはあんたのことを心配してジョリーン FF こっちに来るな
That's fine, that's fine. That's okay. Right? Weirdly enough, can I just say something random? That noise reminds me thoroughly of the Banjo-Kazooie swamp level when you're playing as the little crocodile. That's it. That's all I wanted to share.
だが、私がその方法を知る前に、それから20数年。
What the fuck did JoJo see in that? Or Jotaro, I guess I should be saying. You know, he read that thing. He's like, this fucking can't exist. But I think I would just burn all the Dio stuff anyway if I was in his position to take that whole house down.
君の能力でこれに試してほしいことがある。それは人間の骨っすか？ 誰の骨で？
君には関係ない。昔の友人。
Why the fuck is everybody just collecting bones? Unless that's Imperio's mom's bone. And then everybody just has one. Like the Exodia cards, I guess, or something. I don't fucking know. Like, why? Was his mom that important? Why would we collect our bones? Or did our bones have something to do with power? Huh. Actually, well, no, because if it's an old friend of mine, it would be Dio's bone. But Imperio had a bone of his mom. Or so he told us. So, if this guy's giving him the stand to animate dead things, you can reanimate Imperio's dead mom or Dio. Huh. Interesting.
だとでも言っておこう。
我が親友ディオの骨。
That doesn't solve, like, Imperio. Like, why did Imperio have a bone of his mother? We're gonna have to move on.
タンの盗まれた記憶に関係のあること、何かをこの刑務所で探してるんだ。そしてその内容はスポーツマックスの頭の中のディスクを読めばわかるはず。
Okay.
ジョリー、とにかく今はこの廊下。
I just don't know why we still haven't. Not we, I guess. Whitesnake hasn't read the memories yet. You know, obviously, if he gets the CD, he has his memories. So I don't see what the problem would be. I feel like it should have been done already. Again, unless it takes a lot of time, or if something else needs to happen first before you process it, or if it takes a long time to go through the memories. You know, that's just the one thing I don't quite understand yet, but I'm sure we'll get some kind of explanation at some point.
いや、違うと思う。凶暴すぎる。幽霊じゃなくて見えない死骸なんだ。
Dude, I'm telling you, this combo with Whitesnake should have been a massive thing with Dio. If Dio is all about, like, making a strong stand army, this is the best way to do so. Because even, like, a weird, weak, or, like, not mentally prepared person can get a very good stand and not be able to use it properly. But Dio would be like, I'll just take it. I'll just take it back, and then I'll kill you. You know? And then just, like, get someone that, like, wants to be part of the cult, and then just insert that bitch. Clean it off a little bit. Insert that bitch. There's no way he would have slipped out of there.
スポーツマックスはどうなった？それともこの
Dude,
手
there's
の跡みたいなものは？
no way. That's so skinny.
あとどっかの部屋の物陰とかで何か楽しいことしようぜ。体の
Dude, you are drenched in sewage, and you still have this attitude. You are out of your mind.
いろんなとこ吹きっことかよ。
Oh God.
私に気安く触ってんじゃねえ。
Oh, he's still invisible. But they can't hear him, and that's why they didn't see the bribe either.
触ったら先に金見せな。
So he can go invisible.
ことやってないでよ。
バカみたいなこと？舐められたら終わりだぜ、ビッチ。必ず金を支払わせるんだ。おめえも探すの手伝え。
What a weird dynamic that he came to her to, like, disrespect her, but, like, then, like, is now defending her, kind of, but also being disrespectful. I don't know. I don't like this at all for her. All right, you don't deserve this, ma'am. Can you go back to your cell and take a nap? That's all we ever really need is just naps.
まさか私とここで？何？
What the
あんた
fuck?
何？
All right, okay, all right. I should not be pausing here. I want to talk about something, but we're gonna move on. Hold on.
たいのは？
Okay, that's all right. I mean, it's better. Okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. Anyway, this relates to the beginning of the episode. So I think when we went into solitary confinement with Jolene, right, when she got shit on her face, blah, that's what's going to happen in the future. We are now a little bit back in time. So the reasoning why she went into that solitary was because she beat the shit out of Hermes. Right? That was like, why the fuck did that happen? And it could be because this dude's invisible. He beat the shit out of Hermes. He's invisible, so he just hides, and then she gets taken away. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening right now? What did you bite? What is coming out of her head? I just need a second. Okay. This is fucking crazy. And I don't really know what the hell is going on.
思い出した。俺はあそこで溺れ死んだんだ、すでに。くそ、あいつのせいだ。
Oh, you're dead. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about that. You died in the pipe. And then your stand reanimated your invisible. I don't know why that didn't snap into place first. I mean, that it makes sense. But like I thought like maybe, you know, you can use a stand and also make you invisible too, potentially. There's a lot of like things that can happen with stands, of course. But like I didn't even think about you died in there, but you could still use your stand, and that like is a weird middle ground between like still being able to use a stand. That's crazy. Oh my god. How the fuck are we gonna deal with this? And how long can you stay like this for? But then you're also zombie associated? This is a very advantageous situation for yourself.
天井からぶら下がっていたか。どこかの骨がへし折れたようだな。折れた腕で。そうだ。こいつは死体だった。
Crazy.
ストーンフリー!
Crazy that she's like, right, he's a corpse. Like she understands the entire process now. Which I don't think she should have necessarily, but I mean, I guess they understood. Unless they actually saw his body down there, I feel like she shouldn't have put that together necessarily, but maybe they have. I got nervous for a second. I'm like, there's no way this is supposed to be a 3-parter as a 2-parter again. I was gonna lose my mind. Let's see it. That's a sick picture. It can't be what your stand looks like. Limp Bizkit. Is it limp because zombies, you know? Let's see. Power none. I mean, I guess. Speed B, range B. Durability A. Well, I mean, you are undead. I guess that makes sense.
どこかに潜んでいるスポーツマックスにとっても、それは重要な言葉のはず。パイプの中で溺れさせられた恨みを晴らしたいと。
So she knows.
奴は今復讐の気持ちでいっぱいのはず。
That's kind of crazy that earlier she's like, oh, now you're quiet, but we thought he was scheming, but no, he was dead. She actually just killed him there. That's wild. So what was the problem with the sewage? You know, like if we think about it, like when he went to go inject the other dude, sewage started seeping out of him. Correct? And I'm like, why the fuck was that happening? And the only thing I can think of is if they were manipulating the original body and taking him out of the pipe, and that's what like started the seepingness, because it's out of that tight space. So once you take him out, maybe it starts like oozing, like because your body got filled with sewage, potentially.
死体が糸を切って迫っているぞ。やめるな、エルメス！
I will never forgive you if you die here, though. I support you wanting to get revenge, but sis, we gotta fucking cook right now.
終わった。とどめを刺すのはこの俺だ。
エルメスが待っていたの。
Because he ate the piece of her brain that was in the second head. So when you remove the sticker, since he ate it, it's gonna return back to her head. So it shows a hole in it, so now we know exactly where that bitch is. We got it. We fucking got it. I didn't even think about that either. Jesus.
剥がせばお前も元に戻る。
Yep.
そして次のもグロリアの分だ。その次の次のも。
Alright, so is she pulling it off and putting it back on, and then the second it starts to retract, it's almost like it's almost like a yo-yo kind of situation, you know, where it's a lot because it's like peel off, it comes to you, punch them back, and then you know what I mean? Hey, it's working. Go fucking nuts on this guy. God, oh my god, what a good shot. What a fucking good shot. This one and the one before it. Oh my god. These 2 episodes, beautiful. It was like watching a movie. I fucking loved it. Holy shit. I guess for you guys, it is kind of like a movie. It's like almost an hour and a half long at this point.
ないかもしれないどこにいる手当てを急いでくれここを開けてくれ早く
Damn, dude. Annihilated. Oh my god. Beautiful episodes. Oh my god. That was still my favorite of this part yet. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys enjoy the reaction, hey, consider coming over to Patreon. Consider going over to the Twitch. Consider coming over to the Discord. Whatever you want. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe to Madables for more reaction content. See ya.